Enemy tank!
We have lost objective Baker, soldiers.
Capture the damn objective! Take his chance. Defend the objective. That one's dead. Chin up.
As I live and breathe.
It's a damn tank there! Careful there! That's an enemy soldier there!
You got the bastard! The objective! Defending!
Straight there.
Yep, here he comes.
The guy in the water, I got him, Chuck.
objective, Baker. Quickly, we must attack the objective.
That's one of their scouts there!
We have lost objective Charlie.
Enemy tank!
On assault class or
Watch
sniper.
over there!
The battle is nearly won.
Hello everyone, thanks for watching today's episode on the Selbstlader 1906. And with that said, let's take a look at my specialization tree. So, pretty basic. I went with the quick aim to be able to aim down the sight 33% faster. I thought that was a lot more important compared to having a bipod because I was always up on the move. And then after that, pretty much everything on the far right side. Barrel bedding for the improved accuracy and aim fire. The light and stock to move 60% faster while aiming with my rifle. And then last, the high velocity bullets. 10% faster bullets make it easier to hit moving or distant targets. I thought that was personally better than going with the recoil buffer. Usually I do like the recoil buffer because I don't want so much recoil, vertical recoil I should say. But I just thought this was better for this particular rifle. Again, on like a map Eris. Yeah, usually when the enemy is super far away, I like the ability to hit V on my keyboard and then changing the range, if you will, from 75 to 150. Or if they're extremely far, 300. That way I don't have to arc it so much. But with this, with having the high velocity bullets, it's as if you don't really have to worry about that as much. I mean, yeah, you still have to arc it a little bit, but not as much. Simply because that 10% faster moving bullets, I guess you should say, just seem to make that much of a difference. So if that's your style of play as well, then I recommend that for you. As far as a few tips on how to use these snipers on certain maps to kind of give you a good placement, I would highly recommend like what you saw on Eris, for instance. You play that map either, I think, on Conquest or Breakthrough. If you're on the British team, for instance, you have the German team all focused, mainly like on the church area, or the area that's before the church that has, I guess you could say, like, it's like, there's a shack and a few other buildings and so on. They're all focused on that area. So that's the far east area of where my position was. And so what I did was I got on the far edges before, like, you go out of bounds. And then I aim all towards the east from the west. And I'm aiming, like, through light smoke, not so much where it's like heavy where I can't see anything or they can't see anything, but it's just they're not really expecting that, if you will. It's kind of like getting them in the crossfire, for instance. And with this being semi-automatic, self-loading rifle, you're able to get those rounds off pretty quick and pretty accurately. And it's kind of nice. I mean, you know, some people say, well, you're not a true sniper unless you use a bolt. Well, if you've been looking at my channel, I do use a bolt. But, you know, I like to mix it up just like anybody else does. And there's nothing wrong with using a gun like this. I mean, it's part of the game. So, again, I highly recommend this. I know a lot of people are going with the ZH-29. You know, and I would say it's pretty overpowered. I mean, but, you know, I'll do a different video on that later. I would recommend that, of course, for non-hardcore or even hardcore. However, I will say this. The Selbstlader, if I'm saying that right, gets the edge over the ZH-29 for hardcore. And if you don't believe me, try it out for yourself. It really does. It's just, it's got a nice feel to it. Highly recommend this for hardcore mode. Especially if you can find a server that's infantry only hardcore. You know, not having to worry about tanks and so on. I mean, yeah, there's tanks in this, but I mean, if you could find that one server that's just focused on that, it's not too bad. I mean, like for instance, this, I think it didn't have air support, and it was just, you know, they did allow tanks. That's not so bad, you know. Kind of has a rush style, rush slash what frontlines feel to it. You know, I was on one of those type of servers, but yeah, go with something like that. Find a hardcore server, infantry only, that type of theme. DICE used to call it grind, you know. But yeah, give this a try. I know a lot of people prefer the ZH, you know. Okay, I get it, but I can't say enough good things about this particular one. I think I got an 8 kill streak, or multi kills, I should say, like back to back to back to back. I mean, it was insane. Mainly on Eris, and then of course, you know, there's some other maps I got like 5 and so on. But if you enjoy sniping, this is the way to go. Don't be that guy that just, you know, stays in the back, doesn't help your team and so on. I actually did help my team on Eris. I was shooting flares, I was spotting tanks. You know, do that stuff. Help your team out. Put beacons down. You know, that's what helps your team move up. If you notice your team is struggling to move up, by all means, be that guy that put a beacon up, for crying out loud. So, you know. But yeah, there you go. Selbstlader, if I'm saying that right, 1906. Stamp of approval. Alright? So thanks again for watching, guys. And we'll see you on the next one.